You know that feeling where you know something bad is going to happen, yet when it does start happening, you're curious to see how it turns out? And that's the feeling I had that one night when it showed up. Sure, it was stupid and crazy, but I just felt like it was calling to me. But of course, in reality, I didn't feel like this. No, it was making me feel like this, like it was possessing me. It was a normal day, really. Nothing out of the ordinary. I just came home from school and was very tired, so I sat on the couch and watched TV for a little while. But after a few hours, I noticed that none of my family had come home yet. I don't know why, but at that moment of realization, a cold, icy chill ran through my spine. I reached for my cell phone and called my dad. No answer. I called my mom. She didn't answer, so I just left a voicemail. I heard the door open and saw my older sister walking up to her room. I asked her, "Hey sis, do you know when Mom and Dad are going to be home?" My sister looked at me as if I was crazy, then said, "Don't you remember? They're on their anniversary trip tonight." Oh, that's all I replied. How in the world could I forget my parents' anniversary? I kept thinking about it. Maybe I wasn't listening. After all, I did sometimes tune my parents out when they talked. After dinner, I went up to my room, and that's when it started to get a little strange. I entered my room and turned on the light, and collapsed on my bed. I stared up at the ceiling for a few moments, then realized I didn't close the door. But when I looked at my doorway, the door was closed. It couldn't have been my sister, since she stayed downstairs to watch TV. After trying to calm my nerves, since I, easily get scared, I got up from my bed and opened the door back up. I turned off my light, and I just went to bed. I'm not very sure when exactly I woke back up. I just remember another chill had run up my spine, and the hair on the back of my neck stood up. As if I was cold, but I wasn't. In fact, I was fairly warm. I glanced at my door, which had been mysteriously closed again. That's when I heard it. A child's laugh. A young girl's laugh by the sound of it. I held the covers near my face and tried to turn on my lamp, but I felt that something in me was telling me not to. I didn't turn on the light. The laughter died out, and I suddenly saw a ghostly dark blue light, and a doll. A doll that was standing up. She had stitches all over her face, and her eyes weren't normal doll's eyes. They were black, empty sockets. I held back a cry of terror when I saw the doll's mouth, which was cut into a deep dark smile, and she had long black hair which came down to her shoulders. Suddenly, the doll raised a hand to her mouth and said in a small voice, "Hush, don't be afraid. Just come with me." And that's when I lost it. I shouted, "Get away from me! It was a mistake." The doll raised up her arm, holding a sharp hatchet. She walked towards me, saying, "Big mistake. Now you'll be with me forever." I scrambled off my bed, heading towards the door swiftly, but the doll was faster and tripped me. That's when I felt the blade of the hatchet cut my neck like a long, deep paper cut. It stung like crazy, and I saw the doll's eyes again, staring at me. I then felt the hatchet on my shoulder, but this time the doll almost cut my arm off. I couldn't scream or struggle. It was horrible. Soon my eyes closed, and I think I died, but I woke up again, alive. I still couldn't move, and I was still injured badly, but I felt good, safe. I saw the doll again, but didn't fear it. I welcomed it, but ever so often I have to be punished again, for that's the only way to live again, to start off a fresh life. Let it take you. Be its servant. She won't treat you bad. Go to her, forever. Feel the blood run down your skin and enjoy pain. Don't fear her. you might be punished more and might be haunted by her for eternity.